What's up, y'all? It's been quite some time since I've sat down to record anything. I'm definitely in a space where I really didn't want to record anything because I felt like I was being inauthentic. I still feel that way. I don't know if it's because I'm not used to talking a whole lot, or if it's because maybe it just feels weird. Maybe I feel like this would be better in another avenue, like blogging or something, or where I don't have to like talk, because talking is, I don't know, exhausting, especially since I talk to myself a lot in my head. I don't really want to say it out loud again. So originally I had another episode. I recorded another episode, and I didn't delete it, but I kind of scrapped it. I just I just felt like it was really inauthentic. It was about my creativity and how I wanted to expand on it, or how I wanted to um you know kind of like I went from where I felt like my creativity spawned, and then all the way up until now. I I guess I did what I could on it, but I felt like, why am I even talking about that? Like, that's not, I felt like it was not where I was at the time. I felt like I would have just been giving y'all something dumb. Like, and I know it probably wasn't dumb, but it was just like not where I was at the time. So, like, right now, I am in a space where I feel like I am reevaluating my life, where it feels like I don't have like a direct avenue. I don't have a direct path. And it's quite unstable or like undaunting. I don't know if those are words that I would use, but I'm sorry, not undaunting, but daunting. Um, I just feel like right now I'm just in a place where I don't have like a clear direction as to what I want to do with my life. Like, I've thought about I've thought about many things. I've thought about so many jobs that I could have, but sometimes, like, I still cry about this idea that like I don't have a direct path right now, cuz and I don't want to like be ungrateful for what I have right now. And I don't want to negate God still, being at the center, in him still being, here with me. Like I know he's present, and I know he's available. I know he's listening. I know he's ordering my steps. I know that this season is very well thought out by him. But like I don't want to negate him, or I don't want to, you know, non or like not acknowledge him, because I definitely want to still acknowledge him in all things. But still, it still makes me a little uneasy or like a little sad, because I like all these people have all these passions, and I I feel like I can't, like I don't have the, or it just seems like I don't have the resources now to accomplish what I might want to do. And I have to find what I can do now. You know, like I don't, like I have dreams, but sometimes I feel like I'm late in the game. Sometimes I feel like I just feel like I'm in like a limbo stage right now. I know I'm in kind of like a training mode or like a training arc, or like God has been telling me different things and showing me different things in scripture, and um I quite honestly feel like I'm not in my word enough, to be honest. But I've definitely been being taught by the Lord more so recently. It's just like this training and this transition has not been easy. Like, I want to walk in the ways of the Lord. Like I want to walk where he wants me to. Um but I also need money, and I also know that it's important to support myself and support my parents. It's just tough because I also don't want to end up in a place where, I'm producing an Ishmael instead of an Isaac. Like, how I believe it was Hannah. I believe it was Hannah. If not, correct me if I'm wrong, but where Hannah was praying for a kid, and um she ended up having a kid, but not after she gave her servant to her husband for them to have the first kid, but ended up producing out of season, I guess, where she thought that what she was doing was good to her, where she thought it was good to finally produce right now, because she thought she was missing out, and she thought that you know God's promise may have been taking too long, so she took it into her own hands and developed a plan and carried out that plan successfully, but that wasn't what the promise was. So technically Ishmael, God promised her Isaac, and she got Isaac, but she didn't have to produce Ishmael. Like, she could have waited for Isaac because God keeps his promises. And, she just had to wait. She just had to be patient. So I want to be patient. I want to wait. Like, I don't want to end up producing out of season, or producing prematurely when my promise is right around the corner. Don't really know what that promise is. I feel like I said a little bit earlier, where it's just not in clear view right now. But I really I feel like I'm in the game too deep to, like I'm at a critical point in my life. Like, I feel like it's really critical what is happening right now. It feels critical. It feels I feel anxious. Sometimes I feel sad. Sometimes I feel like nothing's moving, but I know I have to keep reminding myself, like, girl, God is with you. Like, God is present, and he's gonna show up in a way that I have not expected, that I didn't think about. Um, and I have to be, I have to acknowledge what I'm worried about. I don't ever want to, like, not acknowledge myself and how I feel and what's happening, what I'm thinking. I don't ever want to push myself down or like suppress myself, because if I feel it, then I feel it. And God is not scared of my feelings. He's not scared of my emotions. So, I can feel my feelings and have my emotions and, still put my trust in him and remind myself that he is worthy of me trusting him, and he's worthy of me continually acknowledging him. He's worthy of my communication. He's worthy of my devotion. He's worthy of my worship still. So I just wanted to kind of come on here and be honest about what my life is doing right now. And I hate to be this emotional, like, in public. Like, this is like international TV, or national TV, whatever. It just feels like it's very public, and I don't like to display myself publicly this way. But I don't know. Maybe other people feel this way too, where your life is in transition again. Well, I mean, my life has been in transition before, but I don't know. This time it seems a little bit more raw. It seems a little bit more just critical, a little bit more heavy this time around. But I'm willing to, stick it out, and like, even now, like, okay, so I'm, because I feel like I be jumping all over the place sometimes, but even now I'm like, dang, like, I don't want to post this because I feel like there's too many pauses. I feel like there's too many I feel like I'm being too emotional. I feel like I'm being too much for strangers. But whatever. Perfectionism has to die somehow. So, whatever. This is really tough for me. Every time I think about, sometimes I feel like how you buy something, you have buyer's remorse. That's what I'm feeling like right now. Buyer's remorse. Like, why did I start this? What am I doing? Why am I crying? Because you know how people feel about people crying on the internet. Like, why are you crying? Like, I think people feel like that's an ick or that's cringe or something, and I understand. But yeah, it's just like, I just wanted to share that because that's what's currently happening in my mind right now as I'm talking to you. So, but anyway, I just wanted to be honest with whoever would listen about where I am right now and kind of why I haven't posted anything since March. It's just been a very weird time for me. So, yeah, I just wanted to be raw with you guys for just 15 minutes. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to keep you long. Do what you do. Have a good day. Whenever you're listening to this, have a great morning, have a great afternoon, have a great evening. And to anybody who feels the same way that I do about life right now, and even what God is doing right now, maybe you also don't see or quite see what's ahead of you at the moment. You're not alone. I'm not alone. And eventually we will produce. Eventually. So, all right. Bye.